Alright, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to pick up some calculus here. This is going to be a derivative practice video. So we need to evaluate this derivative here. So we need the derivative with respect to x for e to the x over e to the 2x minus 1. Okay, so to differentiate this, we'll use the quotient rule. Okay, so I'll do it down here. So if I want to take the derivative with respect to x for f of x over g of x, well, the quotient rule says that I'll take the derivative of f, multiply it by g, and then I'll subtract that from f multiplied, or f of x multiplied by g prime of x, and then I'll divide all of that by g of x squared, basically. So that's the quotient rule, and keep in mind the restriction on this quotient rule. Remember that g of x cannot equal 0, because we'll have division by 0 at that point. So just keep that restriction in mind. Okay, so this is, again, this is a pretty easy example. So we just determine what f of x is. F of x here is e to the x. G of x is e to the 2x minus 1. So pretty much all we have to do is apply the quotient rule. So we need f prime times g. Derivative of e to the x, just e to the x. We'll multiply it by e to the 2x minus 1. We'll subtract that from our f of x, which is e to the x, multiplied by the derivative of g of x. If we use the chain rule, the derivative of e to the 2x minus 1 is 2e to the 2x. And then we'll divide all of that by e to the 2x minus 1 quantity squared. Okay, now we simplify the top. If I distribute in the e to the x on this side, I'll get e to the 3x minus e to the x. And if I multiply on this side, I'll get minus 2e to the 3x and the e to the 2x minus 1 quantity squared. That doesn't change. And we can simplify the numerator a little bit more. And if I simplify it a little more, I'll just have negative e to the x minus e to the 3x all over e to the 2x minus 1 quantity squared, which is our derivative and our final answer. So your final answer here the derivative with respect to x for e to the x over e to the 2x minus 1 is going to be negative e to the x minus e to the 3x all over e to the 2x minus 1 quantity squared. So that's your answer. Alright, so simple little video there, just taking a derivative. Alright, so let me know if you got any questions about it. We could talk about it. And I'll see y'all next time.